Motivating your staff could be the key to enhancing operations. One of the leadership essential goals is to get the most out of the company you agree with. On the other hand, senior executives regularly discover that new employees or those that have lately been appointed are underqualified for the position. Learning how to impact human actions is considered a significant skill. If fresh or multi-management takes the time to learn how to substantially impact the communities they supervise, their colleagues and even their employer, they are laying the solid foundation for the future. Intelligent corporate leaders recognize that motivating employees to finish work on time is critical to business performance. The workers seem to have all the information and data, but if they aren't motivated, they cannot excel. If people are pushed, effort, on the other hand, looks to be uncomplicated. Motivated employees have a good mindset, are excited about how they're doing, and are conscientious that their time and energy are invested in anything worthwhile. In a word, driven individuals value and perform well in their jobs. All effective men want their teams to be made up of persons who support this perspective. As a consequence, as a leadership style, you must keep your employees engaged and enthused. However, saying it is much easier than implementing it. There are numerous effective techniques to encourage employees. All of them necessitate managers to focus on the human people that they work with and achieve their success. But first, if you are new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great weekly videos on consulting. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a new video. Make them aware you have faith in them. If you show people your trust and depend on them, they'll be able to fill those boots faster than the average. A show of support can be beneficial. If you tell them you expect them to do their absolute best, they will rarely disappoint you. Establish more defined set objectives. You want big goals, but you also wish for minor targets to keep people interested along the way. Instead of striving for $1 billion in the year, focus on obtaining 100 new customers this week, which will help you get to. The crew should then be rewarded for completing the target with an afternoon off, a party or something similar. They realize that your objectives are reasonable and that hard effort benefits everyone. Give your employees a reason to work. Giving employees a reason to work is an excellent way to inspire them. When you achieve this, they will have a greater understanding of the vision and will be able to execute it more effectively. Furthermore, an employee can better comprehend how they fit into the more excellent picture if they understand their mission and purpose. Be a positive force. It would help if you always were putting out a lot of energy at the office. If you're incredibly excited about something and want your employees to pick up on it, radiate positivity. Play music, have fun, joke around and play games because culture is so essential. Work hard but have fun as well. You must always be in the moment and full of energy. Transparency is key. Ensure everybody in the company is aware of what's happening at the front so that there are no misunderstandings and everybody gets a chance to speak and provide feedback. Help workers feel like they're part of important decisions and invested in the organization's growth. It has aided in maintaining motivation as well as increasing employee loyalty and pride. Rather than motivating the team, focus on the individuals. The only correct approach to ensure that everyone on a team is working towards a common goal is to use aligned incentives. By presenting the plan in various ways, each stakeholder will have a clear grasp of how working together benefits him and the team. This strategy helps you to inspire your team to achieve incredible results. Find out what motivates each employee. Inquire about their favourite and most miniature favourite projects, as well as the company's overall aims, and answer their inquiries. Determine their objectives and then engage in their professional development. Listen to their ideas during one-on-one check-ins because they're the greatest at what they do. Honour their schedules and time away from work and never put their objectives against one another. Make work-life balance a priority. Having a few amusing incentives on hand, such as a phone booth-style machine in the office that allows you to collect dollar cash. On a smaller scale, the sales teams use it as a bit of fun motivation. Otherwise, encouraging employees to take vacation time is critical. Increased productivity and general pleasure in the office are the results of a culture that promotes work-life balance. Have a policy of open doors. It's astonishing how well staff respond to a simple please and thank you. You speak to employees in a manner in which you would like to be communicated to others. When it comes to proposals and ideas, you should likewise have an open door policy. Allow employees to lead. Motivating employees is more than simple providing them vacation time. It's also about demonstrating that they matter and are valued. Allow various team members to lead the conversation and discuss issues at every meeting, whether large or small. They are inspired to put their ideas and opinions into practice because they can communicate freely and be acknowledged in this way. Demonstrate the bigger picture to them. Employees must view the bigger picture and understand how their current actions will eventually contribute to a larger goal. Give them assignments and projects to work on and make sure they know how everything goes together. Talented employees will go above and beyond what you anticipate. Create rituals of recognition. Each division lead at Convene recognizes someone from their team who has gone above and beyond the company or a client at the start of every executive and professional meeting. Team members are motivated by this positive feedback loop, and management is held accountable for employee recognition. Empower people to communicate openly. Information sharing with your team is essential for maintaining job performance. No one likes to work under a boss who makes them uncomfortable. Your workers' enthusiasm will skyrocket if you implement methods for effective communication with your group. Demonstrate your concern for them. Undoubtedly, a committed worker will have queries, comments, or reservations about their work. Employees would feel appreciated if you have an open door and have constant communication channels. If keeping an open door isn't feasible, giving some space during staff meetings for workers to speak or write down their concerns in preparation for a group discussion could be just as helpful. Always make a point of following up. Following up with company workers after giving you advice is just as important as asking for it. Although you may not be capable of answering every issue or fix every situation, following it up tells workers that you valued their feedback and did not ignore it or pass it on to others. Your workers will see that you are paying much attention to them and will approach you with less trepidation in the upcoming. Create a flexible workspace. Another very efficient way for maintaining employee passion and involvement is to create a relaxed working atmosphere. Flexible workplaces are fast-paced program management approaches that prioritize rapid change and adaptation over adherence to a solid system. Whereas the principles that drive this approach are most closely correlated with software design, any firm can use it. Increase the tempo. The pleasure principle is a psychological idea that predisposes us as humans to prefer immediate satisfaction over long-term rewards. Managers can take advantage of this aspect of human nature in agile work settings by assigning projects to staff to provide results as fast and efficiently as feasible. Employees will naturally be significantly more interested in a project that will satisfy this psychological urge for fulfillment sooner rather than later in a fast-paced atmosphere. New ideas should be encouraged. In an agile workplace, creating both high volume and high quality work needs a lot of creative thinking. Push your staff to take the initiative and be innovative, even if it involves making a few mistakes along the way. Be an employer you'd like to work for. Most of us have had that one director who makes working a living nightmare for us, whether it was due to unreasonable demands, constant irritation, or inaccessibility. Even if you like what you do, a grumpy boss can swiftly derail an otherwise perfect career. For this reason, to keep your staff engaged, you must be someone people would enjoy working with. Promote a strong mindset. Smiling is contagious, so if you keep a positive attitude and look forward to working each day, your colleagues will follow suit. People are less likely to want to satisfy somebody who looks unpleasant, therefore being excited about your corporation's job is critical. If you are pleased to be in it, your colleagues will be glad to work for you, and they will be advised to continue the good vibes going. Be patient and considerate. Despite the best efforts, most all come incapable of reaching their deadlines. It's critical to remember that your employees are human beings, not programmed machines. If you want to keep them engaged as a leader, an individual who is unwilling to tell the boss when he commits a blunder will not be pleased in her job. On the other hand, if that same employee understands that his management will sympathise with her predicament, he will be pleased to complete the task knowing that someone will help her anytime she needs it. These are the essential strategies for motivating employees, and a healthy work atmosphere is critical to your firm's success. Experts understand that inspiring workers may be time-consuming and difficult. Management, on the other hand, must foster a positive work environment to increase employee performance. Verify that the individuals perceive their contributions to the business performance are significant. Maintain an open door and an accessible leadership team in mind at all times. If you like the video, give us a like to make more videos like this one, and tell us in the comment section below what type of videos you want. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos.